Okie dokie. We are on to round number 21, and the color that I'm using here is, I kept on calling it Gouda, but in fact it is another name altogether. No, I think it is Gouda. Yes, oh it is. That's what it says. Okay, I was just kind of guessing because there is another more vibrant yellow that is a color crafter color, and it has a totally different name. So anyway, here we are, on to Gouda. So now what we're going to do is we are going to find any set of popcorns, of our 3 popcorns from our previous round, okay? Excuse me. We're actually going to work into the top of our popcorn like so. Right, so I'm just going to start, I don't know why I do that, it's just a habit, a standing single crochet, and then we're going to work yarn over times 3 puffs like that. Chain 1 to close. We're going to chain 2, and again 1, 2, 3, chain 1 to close, chain 2, and again 1, 2, 3, chain 1 to close. Alright, then we're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to repeat our puffs into our next set of 3 popcorns. 1, 2, 3. Again, if you're using cotton, you know, add a couple of extra chains if you feel boo-hoo if you feel that the 6 chains isn't enough. Oh, come on, it's always, how strange. Whenever I'm in front of the camera, then everything starts going south. Okay, so 1, chain 2, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and excuse me, oh, I'm a bit croaky this morning. 1, 2, 3. So again, I'm here very early. It's about 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. in the morning, and the expected temperature today is 37 degrees Celsius. So I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's very, very hot. So I'm going to see how much I can get done before I start melting. Now, we're going to be working into our chain 2s. Okay, so we're going to skip that first half double crochet, and we're just going to work, oopsie, 1, 2, 3, 4 half double crochets. We're just going to skip over our previous half double crochets, and we're working 4 half double crochets into our chain 4. I mean into our chain 2s, into 4 chain 2s. I've got 4 on the brain. 2, 3, 4, and then again. So we have 4 chain 2s there, and we're working 4 half double crochets into our 4 chain 2s. 2, 3, 4. This is a nice quick round, and then yarn over, and you're back to your next set of 3 popcorns, and you're going to work your puffs as we did before. Chain 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, chain 1 to close, and then chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to work into our puffs again. So easy peasy, just going to go all the way around like that. Okay, and I shall see you at the end of this round, although I don't really have to see you at the end of this round, because when you've gone all the way around, to close off, you're just going to slip stitch into that little hole at the top of your first puff and fasten off. Okay, so I shall see you at the beginning of the next round, which is round number 22. Okay, so we are on to round number 22, and to keep me going through my rounds on these very hot days, I'm going to show you what I keep in the fridge. 100% fruit and vegetable juice. Apple, cucumber, spinach, celery, and kale. Cold pressed, locally made, with no added preservatives, high in iron and vitamin B6. Ta-da! This is my thing. Okay, so let's give that a good shake, and I'm ready to go. So the color that we're using here is, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to pronounce it correctly, Eelde, E-E-L-D-E. Eelde. It's this color. It's actually it's kind of a light turquoise. A light turquoisey sort of color. It's very pretty. Okay. Now we are going to continue. And what we're going to do to start this round, we're going to find 2 sets of 3 puffs like that. So not that area where you have your 16 half double crochets, alright, that we did in our previous round, but this one over here where you have your 2, 3 double crochets together and your treble. Okie dokie, so we're going to start with a slip stitch, and we're going to work single crochet front post like that. We're going to attach our new color like that. Very inelegant, I know. And now we're going to be working into the space between our first and second popcorns, but we're also going to work over our chain 2. So we are going to do that. Okay, 1. We're going to work 3 half double crochets. 2, 3. Then we're going to work a single crochet. So it's a bit iffy. I'm going to work a single crochet front post, yarn over. So just use your finger to, so you know, if you use your finger like that, then you can find where you need to go. Right, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to work. You just want to make sure that you are getting the top of that puff. Another single crochet front post. Okie dokie. Now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, And then you're going to do what we did before. You're just going to pull your treble together, your 3 trebles together. You're going to pull them to the back like that. Alright? And you're going to work a double crochet front post over that treble like that. Okay? Then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, of 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to work a single crochet front post over your next puff, yarn over, work 3 half double crochets into that space, that joining space between your popcorns, and also over your chain 2 from the previous round. And then you're going to work single crochet front post, yarn over, 3 half double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet front post over your puff. And now you're going to yarn over and we're going to work back post stitches. We're going to work 16 half double crochet back posts over our 16 half double crochets. Okay, just like that. So don't worry, at this point you can see that's all looking a little bit messy, but as the pattern progresses it's all going to fall into place. So just make sure that you are doing 4 half double crochet back posts over 4 half double crochets in 4 sets. So 16 all together. Okay, like that. We're just skipping over those half double crochets from our round number 20. Okay, 15, 16, right, like that. Okay, and then this is quite a big ball. So I don't know if you can hear all the traffic outside, but it is pretty loud because it's now, what's the time? It's about 9:15. Okay, and then we're back to where we started basically. Single crochet front post over our first puff and 3 half double crochets into the joining space between the popcorns and over our chain 2 between the puffs from our previous round. Okay, so you know we're there and there, so you're just going to carry on, you're just going to repeat that, and I shall see you at the end of this round, which is round number 22. Okay, and to close we're just going to slip stitch into our first single crochet front post. Okay, and fasten off. Alright, so there you go. Right, so it's going to look like that. So you're going to have these little sort of foldy bits and so on and so forth, but we're going to be obviously developing all of that as we go along. Okay, so done and dusted, round number 22. So I'm going to see you at round number 23. Okay, so we're on to round number 23 and we're going to continue with the same colour. Now, for something completely different. So we're going to make a little slip stitch. And now we're going to be working into chain 2 space in round number 18 between our 2 sets of 4 double crochets. So we worked 4 double crochets into those chain 1s and 4 double crochets into the other chain 1s between our 3 double crochets together and the treble, and then the other 3 double crochets, we had that chain 1. So we're working into that chain 2 space from round number 18. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to work 7 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, including our chain 1, we should have 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to double crochet front post over our next 9 stitches. So the next 9 stitches would be the 3 single crochet front posts and the 6 double crochets. Okay, so we're just going to double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the next one will be 9. There we go. Whoopsie. And 9. Right, so it's going to look like that. And then we are going to skip our next 2 half double crochet back posts, and we're going to work 2 double crochets, chain 1. Then we're going to skip, so basically we're going to be working into the middle of our sets of 4. So you'll count 2 half double crochets and then work 2 double crochets. So that's in our first set of 4. Then you're going to scoot on right over to the second set of 4 half double crochets, and you're going to work 2 double crochets and chain 1. Then you're going to scoot on over to your next set of 4 double crochets, and you're going to work in the center there. So basically you're skipping 4. Right, chain 1, and then we're going to work, so there's our next set of 4, and we're going to work 2 double crochets into, right, so it's going to look like that. Then you're going to yarn over and work double crochet front post over our next 9 stitches. So basically that's it, you know, for this round. And we're just going to continue as we did before. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whoopsie, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we have our 9 double crochets there, and that will bring us back to our chain 2 space. Alright, yarn over and work 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm sure the rest is pretty straightforward. Okay, so it's going to look like that, right? And then we're developing a bit of a background over there, like so. Okay, so that's pretty simple. You're just going to go all the way around, and when you get to your beginning chain 3 here, you'll just work a slip stitch to close this round. And that is round number 23, and I shall see you at round number 24. Okay, so we're on to round number 24, and round number 24 is an independent round in 2 parts. So we're going to be doing the puffs, and then we're going to do the little petals, or whatever you want to call them. We're going to work those around the puffs, and we're going to start and finish and fasten off. So we're not going to be working in the round, we're just going to work independently in each section here. Okay, so where we're going to start is where we made our 5 trebles together. Okay, now I know there's a little bit of background noise. I'm not sure if you can hear it on the camera, but there's a lot of construction going on 2 houses down from us. There's a house renovation going on, and they're using a lot of heavy machinery and I've closed all the windows and doors, but I can actually still hear it, so hopefully it's not coming through too much on the video. But we have to carry on, right? Now, what you're going to do is find your 4 sets of your your 4 half double crochets. So we've got 4 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets. So we have 4 sets of 4 double crochets, all right, that we worked into those spaces, into those chain 6s between our 5 trebles, our 3 5 trebles together. So now the first part of this indie round is we are going to find, so we're only going to be working into the 3 spaces between our 4 half double crochets. Okay, alright, so we're going to skip the first one, so we're going to skip that one. So this is the single crochet front post that we worked over our 5 trebles, and then we have 3 half double crochets excuse me, 1 2 3. Right, so now we're going to work into the first space, and we're going to be working puffs, yarn over times 5. So just the usual puffs, not my little skinny ones. Alright, so I'm going to start off with a chain, a single crochet. I don't know why I do that, but it's like traditional for me. 1 2 3 4 5. So yarn over times 5. Again, if you want to, you can gear down to a slightly smaller hook, maybe a 3.5 millimeter, or down to a 3 even if you like, but it's just going to make your puffs like quite a lot smaller, and work over the tail. So 1 2 3 4 5. But if you're managing with these finicky little bits with a 4 millimeter hook, then that's fine. 2 3 4. I think that's a G6 in US terms. So we've worked our 3 puffs between our 4 half double crochets. Chain 1, yarn over, skip the first half double crochet, 1 2 3 4. So the first half double crochet, oopsie, I did 4, should do 5. 1 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, like that. Yarn over. Get some more yarn there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as I mentioned copiously, numerous, multiple times, I do live in an incredibly noisy, semi-urban area. But anyway, I manage. Chain 1, skip. So we're going to skip, obviously our single crochet front post. We're going to skip the next half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 1 to close. Skip the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the advantage of kind of working under these trying conditions is that the more tense I get, the better I make my puffs. So, there's always a silver lining, isn't there? Chain 1. Don't forget to chain 1 after your 3 sets of puffs. 3, 4, 5. Right. Oh, thank goodness that stopped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeaky yarn. Apparently it's going to be 37 today. I think I did already mention that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, in the summertime, working with cotton is probably a better option, but I love all the colors that are available in the Color Crafter, and I just find cotton very difficult to work with personally. That's just me. Then you're going to fasten off, and then you'll just find a spot at the back that you can pull your tail to the back. Okay, you don't have to work them in right now. You can go and do the rest, and this one we can just leave for the time being like that. Okay, now for the second part, so what we're going to have is 3, 6, 9, 12. So we're going to have 12 puffs, and now for the second part we're going to use this lovely raspberry, also known as TL. That's a Dutch name for it, T-I-E-L. Alright, so on to the second part of our indie round. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just pull that single crochet front post. We just want to pull it really up the shaft like that, so we can give ourselves a little space. We're going to actually work over that single crochet front post. Alright, we're going to work a chain 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're working a double crochet front post. So we're working a chain 3 front post, double crochet front post. Then we're just going to work a single crochet front post over our first puff. We're going to work 2 double crochets into the space between. Right, whoopsie. Then we're going to work a double crochet front post over our next puff. We're going to work 2 double crochets between our puffs, and then we're going to work a double crochet front post over the next puff. Then we're going to yarn over and we're going to work a half double crochet front post over our double treble. Yarn over, double crochet front post over our first puff, 2 double crochets into the next space, double crochet front post over our next puff, 2 double crochets into the space between, double crochet front post. Okay, so it's only our first and our last puff that we work a single crochet front post. Then we're going to yarn over and we're going to do the same as we did at the first one. We're just going to move that single crochet front post up from round number 18. We're going to work a half double crochet front post over our 5 treble together. Then we're going to work a double crochet front post over our first puff, 2 double crochets, so we're basically just going to do the same as before. I write in the pattern as before. 2 double crochets. Okay, hope you can see what I'm doing. So I've actually closed the blinds a little bit because the sun is streaking across my table here. Okay, double crochet front post. Okay, yarn over, half double crochet front post, yarn over, double crochet front post, 2 double crochets into the next space, double crochet front post, 2 double crochets, and now because you've got that puff kind of floating on the end there, it's always a little bit tricky, so you can actually work into the top of that puff if you like. But what I do is I just grab the yarn, the last piece, and sorry, there was a bit of a break there as my memory card filled up. Okay, so I've worked a single crochet front post over that sort of floating puff. Okay, I just use this, you know, the tail, kind of a sort of hold the tail and then work a single crochet around that. It seems to work. Okay, then you're going to work, so again we're going to just pull that little single crochet front post to the back, and we're going to work double crochet front post over our 5 treble together, snip off. So I always fasten off with, I know a lot of people don't do that, they just pull the yarn through, but I have trust issues. So now, so we're just going to pull, you know, just pull the yarn through wherever it suits you, kind of like that. Okay, and you can do that on the other side as well. Now that I think of it, I maybe should not have worked over the tail, so I'm just going to work this tail back through that side and then out the back. So we're just going to put that to the back like that, and then pull that out, and there we go. Okay, and then it's going to look like that. Alright, so I've done 1, 2, so I'm just going to leave you to do the next 3 because I already had done one, and now I've done another one just to show you, and now you're going, so you have 3 more that you need to complete. Okay, so indie round number 25, I beg your pardon, indie round number, getting so confused now, indie round 24 in 2 parts. There we go. got it right. Okay, so I'll see you at the beginning of round number 25. Okay, so what I wanted to show you before we finished off here is how I am sewing in the ends here. Alright, so it wasn't very clever of me to say work over your tail. Don't work over your tail, because one of the reasons why I created the 4 half double crochets there was to be able to work your ends in somewhere, and that was the place. So what you're going to do now is just pull your first tail to the back as shown, and now we're just going to work our little tail, our beginning little tail. We're going to work it all the way up to our single crochet front post, and then we're going to also work that to the back like so. And now this tail, same story, we're just going to pull it to the back, and then this tail is already up right next to that single crochet front post, so it's in the right place. And you're just going to turn your work so that the wrong side is facing you. So maybe my tails are a little bit short on this side, but no worries. And you're just going to work both of the tails through the back of those half double crochets. Okay, and then back again. Okay. Oopsie. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear the noise, but it's still ongoing, and I haven't yet had a nervous breakdown. But I did go outside and investigate and discovered that there are people moving into the house 2 houses up from us, and it's actually the original owner of the house. The house has been rented for years on and off, but the original owner is moving back into the house. It's an elderly lady who's moving in with her daughter, and they have workmen there stripping all the paint off the roof. And these, as I mentioned before, the houses around here are pretty old, so that original, it looks to me as if it's an original roof, and it might even be asbestos. Who knows? It's a very strange looking roof. It's not really tiles, and it's not slate, and it's not corrugated iron, so we're not really sure what it's made of. But anyway, they're up on the roof with heavy duty, high pressure machinery, and they're busy getting all the paint off the roof, so hopefully they'll be finished today. Right, so that's how you work in your tails for your independent round. Okay, and now that's going to look like that. Okay, so I'm going to, so you can see it's starting to, your work is starting to take shape, right? And you've got those nice chunky pieces, your 5 trebles together. Okay, so I'm just turning it around like that. And that is the end of round number 24. I might have been calling it round number 25, but it's round number 24. And we'll go on to round number 25 in a moment. Okay, we are on to round number 25. And round number 25, we're going to carry on with the same color. Well, I am. If you want to change colors, then, you know, please do go ahead. But I'm going to be using the same color through the next few rounds. So what we're going to do is we are going to begin in our fan, our 7 double crochet fan that we made in round number 23. We're going to start with a chain 3 front post, 1, 2, 3, so that's equal to 1 double crochet front post. I'm just going to move this little tail to the back like that. So I have seen a video where you can actually work the tail in, but I'm not going to do that. Now we're going to work double crochet front post over the next, whoopsie, something got caught up there, yarn over. We're going to work 2 more double crochet front posts, right, like that. Then over or around our next double crochet, number 4, we're going to work a double crochet back post. Then we're going to work 3 double crochet front posts, like so. Okay, so we have 3 double crochet front posts, 1 double crochet back post, and 3 double crochet front posts. Right, and then we're going to be working 1 double crochet back post around our 9 stitches, our 9 front post stitches. Okay, from round number 23. So that's 2, 3, 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've been moaning and complaining about all the noise with these contractors, and then I thought I need to change the way that I think about the situation, because I can't change the situation. And I reminded myself that at midday it's going to be 37 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in, 37 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it is boiling hot. Boiling hot. Average Cape Town temperatures in midsummer is about 25 to 27, 25, 26. So 37 is crazy hot, crazy hot. And now these poor guys are up on that roof and they're wearing protective gear, and I'm sure that they're a lot more uncomfortable than I am. And you know, the minute I started thinking about them in their very uncomfortable situation, my irritation just disappeared. So there you go. My little input for the day, my lesson learned for the day. So now we've worked 9 double crochet back posts, all right? And now we're going to work 2 double crochets into our next 2 double crochets. So we're going to work 2 double crochets like so. Right, then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work. So we're basically just going to repeat what we did in the round of the same color. I'm saying that same color because I'm doing it in the same color, but you might be doing it in a different color. 1, 2, chain 1, and so we're working 2 double crochets into our 2 double crochets. There's V's, and we're creating more V's, but we're not putting excuse me, we're not putting a chain 1 between our V's. We're just doing that. Okay, and then we're going to work, oopsie, I must make sure I don't work around the V. So now we're going to work around those double crochet front posts. There's 9 double crochet front posts, right? So we're going to work 9 of those double crochet front posts. And I always count, you know, I'm always counting, because you never know when you've missed a stitch or you've put in one extra or, you know, skipped something. So I just make sure that I have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we are back to our 7 double crochet fan, yarn over, double crochet, front post, double crochet, front post, double crochet, front post, double crochet, back post, double crochet, front post, double crochet, front post, double crochet, front post. And then we're back to working our 9 double crochet back posts. Okay, and then we're back to working in our little V stitches there. Okay, so nice, quick, easy round like that. All right. Okay, I hope you can see. I just sort of tentatively lifting the blinds. There's a little bit of sun over there. It's not too bad. It's just kind of missing my little workspace. Okay, so you're going to carry on like that. That is round number 25, and I shall see you. So we don't need to, I don't need to come back at the end of the round to show you how to finish off. When you come around here, alright, ding, 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 ding. When you get to this chain 3, our beginning chain 3 front post, you're just going to work a slip stitch into the top and then fasten off. Okay, and then that's the end of round number 25, and then I shall see you at round number 26. Okay, so we are onto round number 26, and round number 26 I'm going to be using the same color that I have been using, right, but you might want to use a different color. To close off our previous round, you just slip stitch into your beginning chain 3 front post. Now, so I like to start in different places, and the reason that I'm closing off each round is because you might want to use a different color. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to work, so we're going to start, I think let's start in a chain area. So we're going to work a chain 3, which is equal to 1 double crochet. So we're going to be working into any of the first 2 double crochets. Alright, then we're going to chain 1, so we're going to basically do exactly what we did before, like so. Chain 1, so we're working 2 double crochets into 2 double crochets into the space between 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 1, 2, like so. Now we are going to work a double crochet back post around the next 8 stitches. So we had 9, but now we're going to work double crochet back post around the next 8 double crochet back posts, like so. Right, so we're going to skip the last one. Right, 8. So we have 8. Okay, so we're going to skip that last one. Then we're going to work double crochet front post, so we're back at our sort of fan double crochet double crochet front post times 3. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to work a double crochet back post. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to work 1 double crochet front post over the next 3 double crochets. Then we're going to skip our first double crochet back post and we're going to work double crochet back posts around our next 8 stitches. Double crochet back posts. And okay, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't skip that one. I'm busy saying skip the first one, and I go and work over it. Tisk tisk. So, well, you know, when you're not really looking too closely, then you can accidentally work a back post stitch. So that's why I always count, because when you're going quite quickly, these sort of things happen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. And we're back to working our 2 double crochets between our next 2 double crochets. Don't forget to chain 1 and so on. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Whoopsie. Oh my gosh. Okay, we did a chain 1, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet back post around the next 8 stitches. Right, and it's going to look like that. Right, so really simple. So really the sort of formula here is we are doing 8 back post stitches and we're skipping 1 back post from the previous round, but we're making up for it by doing a chain 1. Okay, so we're swapping a back post for a chain 1. Okay, so I shall see you at the end of this round, which is round number 26. And when you get to your first chain 3, you can just slip stitch into that space. You can actually just slip stitch around that chain 3, which is equal to 1 double crochet. Okay, so I'm just quickly trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you, but I think that's it. Pretty simple, very quick round. So I shall see you at the beginning of round number 27. Okay, so I'm continuing with the same color because it is a border of sorts. So we're going to be doing pretty much what we did in our previous round. Okay, we're just going to start somewhere else like that. So we start again in between our very first 2 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, like a little V. And then we're going to do a double crochet. We're going to chain 1 and work 2 double crochets between our next 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets between our next 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets between our next 2 double crochets. And now we're going to work a double crochet back post, but this time we're going to be working around 7 of our double crochet back posts. Let's see if I can get it right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to skip number 8, yarn over. See? So I'll skip our number 8 double crochet back post. We're going to work a front post, double crochet front post over our next 3 double crochet front posts. Okay. Then we're going to chain 2, yarn over, work a back post stitch over our back post, chain 2, yarn over, double crochet front post over our next 3 double crochet front posts. Right. Skip our first double crochet back post and work a double crochet back post over our next 7 double crochet back posts. Oopsie. It's quite a big ball, so I need to just pull some yarn forward. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there we are, back working between our 2 double crochets. Chain 1, 2 double crochets, chain 1. Okay, so you're just going to carry on like that. So basically it's going to look your 2 double crochets worked into your 2 double crochets, your back post stitches, front post, back posts, chains. Very simple. So you're just going to scoot on all the way around, and I shall see you at the end of round number, in fact I won't see you at the end of round number 27, because finish off exactly the same way that you did your previous round, with a slip stitch into your first, into your beginning 2 double crochets, fasten off, and I shall see you at round number 28. Okay, so we are on to round number 28, and round number 28, I think I can finally pull up my blinds. So round number 28 is an independent round in 2 parts. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab your color, and in this instance I'm using the color called Kortrijk. So if my pronunciation is a bit funny, but Dutch is very much like Afrikaans, you know, which we speak here in South Africa. So Kortrijk, that's the color. A lovely sort of, it reminds me of wine. What kind of wine? Merlot. Not sure. I'm not really a wine drinker, which is a pity because I live in one of the most well-known wine regions of the world, the Western Cape, Cape Town, where I live. Even as I look out of my window, I can look up the mountain and there are vineyards. So there are vineyards even in Cape Town. Groot Constantia and Klein Constantia all have vineyards, and they're very close to where we live, and they've got some lovely restaurants there and beautiful walks and so on and so forth. But I don't drink wine. I'm not a wine drinker at all. Okay, now what we're going to do is the first part of our indie round. Okay, so we're on round number 28 and we're on indie round A, so it's in 2 parts, A and B. So what we're going to do now is we are going to work into this chain 1 between our 3 puffs, our sets of 3 puffs, okay, all the way back in round number 24. But we're also going to work into the space just left of our first 2 double crochets. So we're working over round 24, so we're working into round 24 and over round 27, and we're going to make 2 popcorns here. So we're going to do a chain 3, and then we're just going to work popcorns as usual. Right, so we're working 3, 4, 5, so we're working over those 2 rounds. Right, we're just going to grab and again, so we're working 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, squeaky yarn. I think we're finally kind of hitting about 35 right now. We're going to chain 1 to close, and then we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to skip over our little V where we have our, from our previous round, round number 27, we're just skipping over that, those 2 double crochets. We're working into our next chain 1 at the back there, and we're going into the space to the left of our next V stitch, or our little V. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then we're just going to grab right, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Of course, that's the drawback of working with acrylic in the summer, is that it does become very squeaky. Squeaky yarn. Then we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to do this again. So we're going to skip our next V, we're going to work into our next single crochet, and we're going to work over that joining space between our V's. Well, actually it's a chain 1. Chain 1 between our V's. 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's a bit tricky. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we've worked over rounds 24 and 27. Then we're just going to fasten off. Okay, I like to do another slip stitch, especially with the independent rounds. Right, so we're going to have 6 popcorns and 2 times chain 4s. Now we're going to go on to our part B of our indie round 28, and now we're going to be working into that same chain 1. So we're just going to scoot those little popcorns over, and we're going to chain 3 plus 3 double crochets. So the chain 3 is equal to 1 double crochet. Then we're going to do 3 more into that space. 3, 4. So we have 4 double crochets, yarn over and work into the space between our next 2 popcorns. 3, 4, then we're going to yarn over and we're going to work 4 double crochets into our chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to slip stitch into our V from round number 27. So we're going to slip stitch into that little V right over the chain 4. We're going to yarn over. It's a little bit awkward, but we're going to work another 4 double crochets into that chain 4. So it's 4 double crochets into the chain 4, slip stitch into round 27 into that V, and then another 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over. Make sure that you're working between your popcorns. 4 double crochets between your next 2 popcorns. 3, 4. Okay. 4 double crochets into your next chain 4. 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, 1 slip stitch into your V stitch, your little V, find it over there, just slip stitch, see, slip stitch into that. Goodness me, what am I doing? I'm going over. Let's move that over. Slip stitch, yarn over, work another 4 double crochets into your chain 4. Oh, my hands are getting so sticky now. I think I need to go and jump in the swimming pool to cool down. 3, 4, yarn over and work 4 double crochets between your last 2 popcorns. 4, yarn over, scooch your popcorns over and work 4 double crochets into that chain 1 space where you worked your popcorns. 3 and 4. Okay, and snip off. I'm just going to pull through, and now you're just going to go, just count all the way down to your first V, and you can just pull your tails. That's where they must go, like that. Right, and now we're just going to pull, stretch it out, and that's what you're going to have. Okay, so you're going to fasten off after each section, your A and B, and then work in your tails. Okay, so I've done that, and I'm going to go on and do the next 2. Okay, so that's pretty simple, and while I go off and stop myself from melting into a little puddle in my workroom or all over my desk, you can carry on and complete this, and I shall see you at round number 29. Okay, so we are on to round number 29, and round number 29 is we're going to, well, first of all, we're going to be using this delicious color. It's called Heerlen. The number is 1432, but obviously it'll be listed in the pattern. And I think in the Stylecraft Special DK this is called Clematis, maybe? Can't remember. Anyhow. So now, our independent round. So if you did the Karoo, you'll have done something similar. But if you haven't done the Karoo, then you're probably going to be thinking, what are you doing? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to work popcorn into the space, right, before our number 4 double crochet of that fan. So you're actually working into that joining space over there, right? And we are going to yarn over times and then work chain 3 and some popcorns. All about the popcorns. Some of my patterns are all about the puffs. Lots and lots of puffs, you know, where I'm very in a puff mood. I always say that the puff is my stitch. But I'm kind of falling in love with the popcorns again. Okay, so you're going to work popcorn into that space. Then you're going to chain 1, yarn over, and we're going, but before we do that, let's just move this little tail out the way. There we go, otherwise it's going to get very confusing. Then we're going to yarn over, and imagine that these are little rungs of a step ladder. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. So we're going to go up a rung. Alright, and we're going to work another popcorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we're going to just close our popcorn as normal. Chain 1 to close, chain 1, and then we're going to work up a rung, so we're working into our chain 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then when we're going to go down the other side, so we're just going to mirror what we've done here down the ladder. So we're going to chain 1 to close, chain 1, yarn over, well, sorry, chain 2, yarn over. We're going to skip our chain 2, we're going to go into the chain 1, so we're going down the rung of our ladder like that. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Chain 1 to close, chain 1, go down our ladder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oopsie, okay, chain 1 to close, chain 1, and we're going to work our last popcorn into the corresponding space where we started on our bottom rung. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the this is an independent round, so you're just going to fasten off after this, and you're going to do your next 6 popcorns in the same spot. I mean, not the same spot, the corresponding spots. Okay, now you can see it looks a little bit like a dog's breakfast, and then we're just going to pop the popcorns out like that. Ta-da! There you go. And now you can just pull the chain, pull the chains. You can pull the little pull that right down the bottom there. Oopsie, hope I'm on camera. So just pull that like that. So we're going to so when you work in your tails, you just need to pull fairly tight, and then you're just going to work your tail into these double crochets and double crochet back posts, and along that side as well. Okay, and that, my friends, is that. Now if you want, you can use a nice contrasting color. In fact, in my the construction up the road, okay, you can use a contrasting color. In my sample piece, I actually did this section in orange. It was bling. But I'm going to keep it a little bit understated. Okay, I'm out of here. You do the next 3 corresponding spaces, and I will see you back for round number 30. Well, I hope you haven't worked in all your ends before you go on and do the rest. I actually totally showed you the wrong place to put your ends. Alright, so silly me, I went over there, but you should be going right underneath there, like just between on either side of your kind of center spine there, where you've done your front posts, your double crochet, and then your back post stitches. So that's where you're supposed to come out. Okay, not there, not there. Okay, I think it's the heat affecting my brain. Okay, so off you go, and I shall see you at round number 30.